Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today is February 21st, 2025. This is the daily read for the collective. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're located. As far as the date is right, hopefully this will be helpful for you. And as always, if you don't see me posting daily videos on my YouTube channel, you can also check under the post section where I might be doing written posts over there if my timing doesn't allow me to do videos. Without further ado, today we got the tower energy. What does that mean? The tower usually means disruptions, um, breaking down, changing something, changing the old patterns with unexpected nature. Whatever we are trying to do and pursue and also achieve today, we have to be very careful because there might be an unexpected outcome. I would say if you are managing something that um, you can't let it break down, try to maneuver with the timing and everything. If you can postpone a little bit, I would suggest you to postpone a little bit because there might be some disruptions that can actually affect your abilities to consider all the factors um, before making a final decision. So if there are things that suddenly happen and you feel deeply distracted and disturbed by it, first of all, we have to be stable and not feeling like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. This is not the end of the world, but it is showing us that something is not working in our favor and something is not working as expected. Does it always mean a bad thing? No, it can be a good thing because that is showing us our weakness. If you are expecting something to happen and it doesn't happen the way you want it to be, then it is a time that you have to realize and also um, to think about the process. How did you get to this point? Did you find out what was wrong in the process of getting to this point? Could you find out some clues about that particular person or that particular event? Has this happened before? If this has happened before, then we have to be very careful. And the Tower card can actually let us know the fact that we might be dwelling into the same pattern, and the universe is telling us that, okay, it is time to stop and don't repeat the mistake. So, what would that mistake to be? Can you think about? Today is a good day to break the patterns, even though we have to be very careful. Um, but sometimes when tower happens, it's not a it, it's not about being careful. I know it's kind of ironic because on one end I'm telling you to be careful, but on the other hand I'm telling you to break down the patterns. So you have to make your own choices because quite often we refuse to change, and that brings the breakdown of something. But if we embrace the change, then these obstructions are actually helping us to reshape our reality and also our process of success. So Everything has a flip side, and we have to think about it and not to be discouraged about the situation. Um, because on the flip side, it is a release. It is about liberation because something doesn't work that way, and it has to crumble, and then we can rebuild ourselves, rebuild the situation we are in. So, and I'm sorry that I couldn't guarantee and I couldn't tell you to simply choose what we what we think is the right path or the right thing to do, because the tower has the nature of the planet Uranus, which is the unexpected. And whenever this card comes up, I feel difficult to explain because on one end, if you can avoid some of the obstructions and chaos, then why not? But on the other hand, if you try to avoid it and it still happens, then we have to um, utilize our emotional intelligence to perceive the situation and not just blaming it, not just blaming ourselves, not just you know um, being victimized. So regardless, this is not a time to let go of ourselves, but to let things crumble down. And when we look at ground zero, we can try to imagine what are the relationships and what are the things that we're trying to pursue in this lifetime. Because when things are very established, very concrete, usually we can't see through the reality. Maybe something is rotten inside and we refuse to check on it. We refuse to look into it. We just let it happen in a destructive way so that we realize that, okay, we have to change. We have to realize, we have to maintain. So whatever things that you feel like it's going wrong, it's time to let go of what our beliefs were and to rebuild from the zero. Anyway, I hope that um, this message is delivered successfully to you and your psyche. And if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I really appreciate that. And take care, be safe, and also liberate yourself. Have a good day. Bye bye.